Final Fantasy Tactics is one of the most famous tactical RPGs of all time. Chances are that all of you watching have at least played the game once, and for today's video, I'm going to talk about the top 10 guests that fight alongside with us over the course of the main story. In short, I'm going to be ranking them based on how useful they are in those particular fights, as well as other miscellaneous things about them. Make sure to tell me in the comments below what you think. I'm curious. Here we go. Our 10th spot goes to Rapha. Even though she can do some insane damage with endgame equipment as a playable character, as a guest, she isn't that special. Top this off with the fact that she also needs to survive in 2 story fights makes it even harder, whether it's against the ninjas and summoners in the walled city of Yardo, or against Elmdor and the assassins at Riovane's castle. Both of these fights can potentially cause softlocks depending on your playthrough. For these reasons, she is dead last at number 10. For our 9th spot, it is Oran Durai. Despite having one of the strongest unique abilities in the game, Celestial Stasis or Galaxy Stop, the fact that he needs to survive in this fight can make it difficult. The sad thing is that he never does join as a playable character and only participates in this one fight along with our number 8. Not sure if anyone would have guessed this placement, but in this spot it has to be Zalbag Beov, nicknamed the Savior of Ivalice, or if he asked me, not so much a savior. Despite having unique skill set that can devastate enemy stats like speed, magic, and physical attack, he tends to never use these abilities and just tries to physically attack Dystarg. Or may I say, Dystarg's elder brother. He tends to end up dying after getting attacked by him, as well as the other Northern Sky Knights. I give him the number 8 spot just because he doesn't need to survive in this fight and is more of a distraction. Number 7 on this list goes over to Arghath. He is probably the most disliked character in FFT history, but as a guest he can be solid, especially on Mandalia Plains, as he has Longsword, and if he gains enough JP and XP in the next few fights, he can be a strong AI controlled character. So choose not to save him on the Mandalia Plains, and the fight will be a lot easier as he doesn't need to survive, and you get to enjoy the 2 permanent bravery boosts after that battle. Just make sure you finish him fast at Zeekden so you get to retain this bravery boost. For number 6, it is going to be Mestadio, the man with the gun. He participates in quite a few fights as a guest, and he doesn't need to survive the encounters unless you decide to save him, which I don't recommend, as in most cases, he's going to make easy prey for the black mages. He tends to be quite useful with his arm or leg shots, and the range of guns can be very handy when damaging enemies and helping to finish them off. Seal Evil in the Fenlands is awesome against these zombie targets, although in the final fight in GOG, he gets taken out faster than a slice of barbecue chicken pizza in my face. For our 5th spot, or coming in at number 5, it's Alma Beov. In the first fight where she joins against Confessor Zalmor, she casts Aegis, which is the best magic buff in the game, granting you Protect, Shell, Regen, Re-Raise, and Haste. In the final fight versus Ultima, she can cast Aegis on herself and other party members. If you're extremely lucky, she can learn Ultima and even use it to end the fight.
Isn't that cute? Trying to cast all. Oh, are you kidding me? Get out. I didn't even get the hit. I didn't even get the satisfaction.
For the fantastic 4th slot, it would be Princess Obelia. Very similar to Alma with her abilities, she joins in 3 fights. Even though she needs to survive in all of them, the powerhouse Delita is a guest in one, and you directly control him in the other 2, and once she has Aegis cast on herself, she essentially won't die. She will attempt to cast it on Delita sometimes, even though this is quite overkill. No way you're going to lose these fights unless you try and get yourself a game over. For the 3rd slot in this video, I'm bringing a special guest who is going to introduce the character, a fellow YouTube member, Blitzball Mania. Take it away.
Fan favorite and probably the most popular lady in Final Fantasy Tactics, Agrias Oaks takes spot number 3. She participates in many battles, and her amazing sword skill abilities like Judgment Blade can seal the fate of most enemies. She also has better equipment than most of the foes you encounter, making her a guest that's hard to kill. Sort of off topic, but she's also required to get the best female accessory in the game, Tainar Rouge. For all of these reasons, she makes it into the top 3.
Hey man, thank you so much. We also have another person joining me, quite a familiar face. To help me introduce the second best guest in the game, I'm bringing in a special guest and fellow Final Fantasy Tactics YouTuber, Tactics Live Tournament, aka Mikey. You've got a lot of in-game knowledge, not just when it comes to PvP. The stage is all yours.
Coming in at number 2, the terse, money-hungry Gafgarian. For 3 short battles, including the tutorial fight, Gafgarian carries her squad with nightmarish abilities like Shadow Blade, the only other teammate to have access to it other than the indomitable Thunder God Cid. Gafgarian's class stats are impressive, with a 50% boost to his HP and 20% boost to his speed stats, only suffering a 10% penalty to his magic attack. He has great HP and MP growth, and typical growth for physical magic attack and speed stats. This means keeping him as his base Fell Knight job class is a great way to boost his stats if you get a chance to grind his levels. With enough persistence, you can train him to be a ninja, and he will throw knight swords at you when he turns traitor. This is how you get these amazing weapons super early in the game.
Thanks so much for your wisdom, Mikey. Finally, the character who takes spot number 1 is none other than the future King of Evil East, Delita Hyrule. He participates in all the story battles in Chapter 1, and if you let him get some JP and XP, and can get him to become a monk or a summoner along with Auto Potion, he is a force to be reckoned with. Later on into the game, he is a controllable character, along with being a guest in Chapter 2, and they are some of the easiest battles in the game, thanks to his amazing skills and stats as a Holy Knight. Delita will join us one last time as a guest in Chapter 4 against Confessor Zalmor. He scales with the party's level, and if you are lucky, he will join the battle with Hallowed Bolt learned, allowing him to instantly put this delusional priest to the sword. This is all I have for my top 10 guests video. Like the video and comment if you agree or disagree with my rankings. And as always, have a great one, and I'll see you on the next video.